Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life. Another day in the life. So I was going to do a crypto video today, but well, my first video, but I decided that this was more important. This is more important. This is something. How sad is it to say that this is another day in the life? Another mass shooting in the USA. And that has become just another day in the life of being a US citizen, living in the US. Like, I remember back in the day when I was air traffic controller, I would have this conversation all the times. And I would tell people, because I've always had friends from other countries, whether it be Germany or Korea or Japan, right? And when they would come visit or whatever, they would always say the same thing. They literally use their phrase, "We feel sorry for you. We feel sorry for you living in the US. We feel sorry for US citizens." Because of all of these crazy shootings, because of the crazy racism that it's just become just an accepted thing almost. So anyway, I find this is interesting. The NBA family is devastated by the horrific shooting that took place today in Uvalde, Texas. Thoughts and heartfelt condolences go out to the victim's family and friends and the entire Robb Elementary School in Uvalde community, right? So like you can pull that out of a file somewhere, right? Because it's just the standard stuff. It's just the standard stuff that goes on in the US. And I remember when my friend from Germany said that, I think it was her boyfriend who said it. And I remember thinking, wow, what do you mean? What do you mean you feel sorry? This is the USA. I didn't say that, but I remember thinking that. We have all of this and we have all of that. And we have all of this and we have all of that. Yeah, they're embarrassed. Felt sorry. Felt sorry. Wow. Go back to the countries and hear the news of crazy racism and crazy shootings. And this latest one happens in an elementary school. And the pain of these parents and loved ones of these children that are now gone, that were, listen to me, that were murdered. All these stupid, crazy arguments about, it's the mental health. It's all of it is madness. Like it is madness. The Second Amendment nonsense. Like madness. It makes zero sense. This is the 21st century. This is not 1776, 1780, whatever, right? Come on already. For all the great things that is amazingly great about the US, this thing we have gotten it wrong. And ultimately it kind of started when we decided to have these career politicians. We decided on that. And everyone just kind of brushes it off, that they make these incomes that 99% of regular citizens don't make. They get to ride around, a lot of them riding around in private jets. And they get to stay there for as long as they want to stay there in the Senate, Congress. And then next thing you know, they're beholden to some big lobbying and PAC group. because they want to keep their job. Think about that. And the people's in these PACs and lobby who have the billions of dollars, their kids are not going to public schools. And if they are, they got bodyguards. And they have kicked the rest of us to the curb by putting a stranglehold on the US Congress people. Like, it's like, enough is enough. You know, I'm gonna let you guys listen to Steve Kerr. I'm gonna let you guys listen to Mad Dog Steve Russo, who just brings it absolutely home. But this is the truth, guys. This is the truth. This is all the rationale in the world is not gonna escape the real truth. The real truth. There's a reason why the number of people leaving the USA is on the uptick. You know, we say on this channel all the time, go to where your assets are treated best. Take a listen to Steve Kerr, and I'm gonna let Mad Dog Russo really bring it home for you. Hopefully this will work. I mean, it's just, it is absolutely crazy. Take a listen to Steve Kerr kind of bring it home here.
I'm not going to talk about basketball. Nothing's happened with our team in the last 6 hours. We're going to start the same way tonight. Any basketball questions don't matter. Since we left shoot-around, 14 children were killed 400 miles from here, and a teacher. And in the last 10 days, we've had elderly black people killed in a supermarket in Buffalo. We've had Asian churchgoers killed in Southern California, and now we have children murdered at school. When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of I'm sorry. I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple of years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power. So I ask you, Mitch McConnell, I ask all of you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, are you going to put your own desire for power ahead of the lives of our children and our elderly and our churchgoers? Because that's what it looks like. It's what we do every week. So I'm fed up. I've had enough. We're going to play the game tonight, but I want every person here, every person listening to this, to think about your own child or grandchild or mother or father or sister, brother. How would you feel if this happened to you today? We can't get numb to this. We can't sit here and just read about it and go, well, let's have a moment of silence. Yeah, go Dubs, you know. Come on, Mavs, let's go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go play a basketball game. And 50 senators in Washington are going to hold us hostage. Do you realize that 90% of Americans, regardless of political party, want background check, universal background check? 90% of us, we are being held hostage by 50 senators in Washington who refuse to even put it to a vote, despite what we, the American people, want. They won't vote on it because they want to hold on to their own power. It's pathetic. I've had enough.
Yeah, so that was a very, very interesting thing, for sure. and this has been something that a lot of people, if you're paying attention, have known for a while. And I just love what Kurt said there.
I'm not going to talk about that.
He said, we can't just be numb to it all. And that's what has really, really happened, right? We just have become so accustomed to the racism, so accustomed to these kind of shootings that we have just become numb, right? We just become numb to it all. Right? And that's why people from other countries will say that they feel sorry for you living in the US. And I think, another thing that I want to point out and say is that, like, I'll say it this way. I recognize that I am and my loved ones are in the vicinity of someone who could take our lives with a gun at any time. For any reason. Right? We're not breaking laws. We're not breaking into someone's home. Right? We're not going out and committing a crime. And yet we could be living our lives and have it taken away because someone has an access to an assault rifle at any time. And we've become numb, and we've taken on the attitude mentally that we're just helpless. Like there's nothing we can do about it. Somewhere along the line, the powers that be have got us convinced that we can't do anything about it, and got us believing that madness, that we can't do anything about it. We should listen to Chris. I said Steve, it's Chris Russo, Mad Dog. From the beginning here, let's do this.
Something is wrong with the United States of America when an 18-year-old kid on his birthday goes out there and buys 2 assault weapons, rifles. In May, this kid, 18 years old, can't have a drink in Texas. Would you allow your kid, if he came home at 18, hey, Mom, look what I got for my birthday, I bought 2 assault rifles? You go crazy. He didn't have that parental supervision. Nobody checked. Nobody did anything. So Kerr's 1,000% right. Secondly, all the folks who make a big deal, this is about mental illness. Well, how come this doesn't happen in Britain? I was in Ireland. There's no mental illness in Ireland? France, Spain, Germany, Italy. You don't see this happening in those countries because the gun availability is not there. You're not a 15-year-old kid at a boarding school in Britain who can walk into a gun shop and buy 330 magazines and 5 assault weapons. You can in the United States. And although Biden, the president, he says all he wants, do something. Obama did after Sandy Hook. He did everything he could. Nobody followed suit. And although I try to play it right down the middle, I vote both Republican and Democrat. I vote for the best man all the time. In the history of since 1980, vote for the best man. Bottom line is, in this particular situation, Kerr's right. It's about the Republicans in that Senate who are wrapped up with the NRA and all the gun lobbyists and everything else who are afraid. There's 310 million guns in America for 300 million people who are afraid that if they get tough here, that somehow they're going to get knocked out of office because their states love guns. Love guns. Do you think everybody brings up the Second Amendment? What do you think George Washington, Sam Adams, Jefferson, Ben Franklin, what do you think they're thinking about right now? You think they thought this? There was no police. There was no state militia back in 1780 when they did the state's Second Amendment. And it's not the same thing. This is totally different today. I mean, it's ridiculous. You're going to bring up the Second Amendment, well, I have my right to have guns, and you're going to bring up something that was passed in 1780 and say that applies to today? That is absolutely absurd. And the other thing, Abbott, the governor, and again, I play it right down the middle. Cruz, that senator. And how about the representative of that community that in West San Antonio and West Texas? They all voted no on gun control deals in March. They voted no on it. And then Adam yesterday gives me this big deal about how we're heartbroken. Well, you had a chance to do something about it. You did nothing. And where are they going on Friday, half of them? To an NAR convention in Houston, Texas, for crying out loud. Houston, Texas. It's absolutely absurd. America, shape up, wake up, and do something. I don't care what it is. And yes, there are a million reasons why we have all these 18-year-old kids who feel disconnected and feel like they got to go out there and blow up a supermarket, a school, a movie theater in Colorado with armor on. They're disconnected. But I can't look at every computer. I can't look at every social media post. I can't look at every Instagram thing to see what these kids are thinking about. But what I can do, I can limit their ability to obtain weapons. That I can do. And I understand the gun companies in this country don't want that because they make a ton of money when they sell these assault weapons. So that company, that store, Dick's Sporting Goods, wherever it was in Texas, when they sold those 2 assault weapons to this kid a couple of weeks ago, you think they care? No, they don't. They don't care. They say they care, but they don't because they do nothing about it. And listen, I live 20 minutes from Sandy Hook. I was there 5 days later. That is an absolute disgrace that in 9 years we have done nothing. Kurt's right. I got issues with Kurt with other issues. His China thing and everything, I could go on and on. But here he's 100% right.
Yeah, so in any case, guys, there it is there. Apologize for the internet issues. But ultimately, that is the real deal. And, like, enough really is enough. And I just wanted to kind of do my part to kind of share the message that enough is enough. We just cannot become numb. Look, I get it. Other people and have their channels and don't want to go on that political route. For me, this is just, they have to make their own decisions, other YouTubers out there. But for me, this is more important than that, right? Channel, shadow banned, or video getting whatever, right? Like, isn't this bigger than that? Isn't this bigger than your views or your freaking revenue from ads? 18, 19 children murdered. I hope we don't continue to be numb about such a thing. A lot of it I say is like, when did we decide that these politicians can be career politicians? Where now they're in a position to be beholden to the likes of these lobbyists and these PAC groups, whether it be the NRA or anyone else. Now they're in their pockets, if you will. Like, when did that happen? And why can't we change that? Because it doesn't, when you don't have to be beholden, like this is, 70% of your campaign funding is going to come from these lobbyists and PAC groups, then you don't have to be beholden. If you got to turn, you got to turn. That's it. Do good while you're there, and then you're out. Maybe that's an answer. But the idea that I don't know what a background check is going to do or it's going to solve, but it's obviously it's important because they won't even bring it to a vote. So obviously the powers that be know the significance of it. Obviously, and all they're concerned about is gun sales, so that they can send their children, their significant others off to private schools with bodyguards and continue to rake in their billions while the vast majority of us are susceptible. So I would say to you, don't believe them when they say what you do doesn't matter, that you can't make a difference. Don't feel helpless. Right? Begin to stand up for yourself and exercise your right to vote and make a difference. Does that person deserve to be in office if they're not willing to even bring it up for a vote? 90% of the people want this background check thing. It's a start. I don't think it's the answer, but it's a start. It's a start in saying that we're not going to put up with these big political lobbyists, PAC, whatever they are, groups. They're not going to put up with that anymore. They're not going to put up with it anymore. And me personally, I don't get that Second Amendment thing. I don't. I mean, Russo said it his way. I just don't. I mean, the proof is in the results, just like he said. I mean, show me the mass shootings in the European nations, developed European nations, people going into schools and people going into churches and using guns to take someone's life. Innocent people, innocent children. Show me. All right, guys. Yeah, I got some internet. Yeah, I know I got some internet stuff going on there. But in any case, I wanted to kind of do my part. I hope you can appreciate and respect that. Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to end this video now, I guess. Thanks for checking it out. I hope you just think about it. Just think about it for a second. I'll see you guys on the next video. See ya. Bye.